Hi, this is Tom Segura, and you're listening to Nobody Likes Onions. Patrick, fatter than you. Fuck him.
Sorry about that. Some difficulties. We're gonna have a show, I think. And we could have some problems here tonight. I'm gonna warn you right at the very top. Before I get started. I've had to format a computer. This has been a weekend nightmare. I was gonna do a show for people who know. I was gonna do a show on Friday night. Little secret, I don't spend a lot of time in here playing with my computer. I have a laptop I use downstairs and stuff. So I come in, 30 minutes, 45 minutes before the show, get everything fired up, the lights on. You think I keep it like this, when I'm not in here? Yeah, you light it all up, you turn on the beast, you know what I mean? I go to fire this thing up. All my assets are missing. It's not important that you know this. I have a separate drive in the computer. All these assets are on. It's an old drive. It's one of my last physical discs. Spinning hard drives. So all the stuff for the live shows is on there, stuff like that. And it syncs via like Dropbox or one of these things. I don't want to give you my whole infrastructure right out of the top. You're not hacking me, fellas. Anyway, all this stuff's missing. I go look, the drive is dead. By the way, I knew before I went in there and even took the drive out. I guarantee you, those assets sound like liabilities. Fuck yeah. Right off the top. I go in there. I know before I even pull this drive, it's a Seagate. I'm telling you, Seagate hard drives are the worst garbage on the planet. Stop doing it. Stop buying them. I go through a lot of hard drives. I have 2 NAS servers. You have to have spinning disks to store the amount of data that I store around here. And I'm telling you, I won't buy a Seagate anymore. I'll pay more for a Western Digital. I'll pay more for a fucking Toshiba. I'll pay more for a goddamn Hitachi. I'm not buying any more Seagate drives. It was thrown in the computer. I forgot about it. I knew it before. The minute it went bad, I bet it's a Seagate. I bet it's a Seagate. They're shit. I don't know what hopefully, I don't need this anymore. We're going forward. The other 2 drives in there are all SSD. Well, one's an NVMe Intel, and the other one's a Crucial SSD. So I hope that's fine. No more moving parts for Daddy. Welcome to the future. It's so fucking frustrating. Now, it is my fault. Let me tell you what. Let me pipe this. Let me pot this down, as the kids say in the biz. Or up. No, down. Welcome to that's a little too abrupt. Let's get it. Hey, everybody. I've done it before. Welcome to the show. Patrick Melton. Nobody likes onions. Why don't you tell a friend about it? Do it on all the social stuff. You know how it works. I made the mistake. I have a lot of Macs, and I use a service called Backblaze to back up all my Macs, just the files on the Macs itself. Now, redundantly, I back everything up to Time Machine locally, and then I also back things up to this NAS. Well, I haven't thought about backing up a PC. Honestly, I use a PC to broadcast this show and record this show. And then I try not to touch Windows with my grubby little thing. It's so gross and clunky. And I know the people who use Windows are used to it, and I get it. I know how you can get used to it. I understand that it's fine for people, but I'm telling you, the user in it, go from a modern day Mac OS, Big Sur, and they're about to come out with Androgena. What's the new one? Milkstone. I can't keep track of them all. McMurray. Patrick, you look so slim. I might jerk off. I hope that okay. I'll be respectful. I am not slim. I am at the top of my game. Wait, why? Not the top. Obviously, I've been a lot bigger, but I'm not doing well. We'll get into hot food talk later. Let me finish ranting about what I did. This was my fault because I had nothing backed up on Windows. I go live. I'm installing an update, and I reboot the computer with the hard power button while it's updating. This is a nightmare. This is complicated by the fact that somehow I had Intel Rapid Storage Technology RAID set up. I don't even know how I did this across 2 SSDs. And like the whole boot sector UEFI thing was on one drive, and then it like pointed to another drive to boot up. So like if you lost one, it really fucked everything. It was just a nightmare. I'm in the fucking BIOS trying to change everything. It's bad. It's bad. Jerk off to me all you want. I don't care. I don't know how you might lose your YouTube account or something. I don't know. But okay. That's a joke that needs 2 master's degrees to understand. Look, I don't need this assault. I need some pepper. Okay. So, my bad. I reboot it. It tells you don't turn off your computer while it's updating. They're not kidding. It will brick it. And it sucks because this is like a brand new system. So, whatever. I wanted to straighten out the stupid RAID shit anyway. So, I turned all that Intel RST stuff off. Reinstalled Windows. I found I couldn't recover this thing. I couldn't go back to restore point. There was none of that shit. I don't use Windows, okay? I'm not into it. Seems more like a Steve's PC kind of thing. Mac OS Barstow. Yeah, that'd be fucking sick. So regardless, I was able to go on to the inaccessible drive and pull out some stuff from the data folder inside the user folder, the app data folder. God knows. Like, I didn't even know how Windows works now, for its like folder structure, but thank God it's decent. So I just went into, I was able to get to a fucking DOS prompt, and all my old instincts kicked in, and I'm doing like an X copy and shit. This is for nerds. And I know all the switches. I had the /E. I had the /H. I had the /C. I had the /I. Had all of the switches, and I made it work. I had all of the switches, and I made it work. I copied all the data over. I was able to roughly rebuild the broadcast software profiles, and somehow most of the Stream Deck stuff
in the world.
So that's back. And made backups of them immediately when I got them open in the new programs, so that if we ever have to format again, it won't be a big deal. But I'll figure out how to do this. I need maybe somebody who knows Windows, who I could trust. You tell me how I do this going forward. Well, Moody, you're a great Windows. I'm sure there's a way I can just set up automatic restore point. Like if I throw another drive in there. Or I'll get Backblaze and put it on this computer as well, because I need something offsite for it too. It just made me. It was a weak point. in my setup here, and it was crippling. And I could have scrambled around and maybe gone live on the Mac, but it was literally like time to go live, and it just kind of it saps your energy when you're prepped for a show. The stuff that I have for you guys tonight is stuff that I had ready to go Friday. It's so fucking crazy. I don't know what's going on in the Las Vegas comedy community. It is fucking insane. The mental illness here is rampant. I don't know how much of a part of it I want to be. And now most people are cool. But it just, we're starting to peel back the Cadbury egg a little bit. That's not a saying. And really find out how rotten it is. It can't be rotten. It's mostly confectionery. What's Moody's saying? To be honest, if you ask me, I'm just gonna Google to find out, and you're smart enough to do that yourself. Yeah. I'm sure there's a way to do restore points, and also like I said, I'll put a backup program on there. It was just something I hadn't thought about, and after 3 days of trying to get this thing to repair the boot sector or GPT or whatever the fuck, like I used to be like A+ certified and MCSE and shit. You know what I mean? I don't have a clue. Windows is so fucking funky and weird now. I used to know how to manage everything and do everything. I have to like dig around to find where stuff, like, I know how to do stuff when I find the right screen, but like they've buried like so much. There's so much retarded shit. I remember when people used to make fun of Mac for being like, oh, it's so simple and easy to use. It's like Windows is so dumbed down and retarded to use now. It's fucking insane. It feels like a Fisher-Price operating system. It really does. And they're stuck in some weird world that's like, it feels like a cross between Windows 2000 and Vista, the aesthetic of it. I don't know. It's boxy and yet not quite sleek. Like, it's just really weird. Like, ugh. Is there still a recycle bin, you insane nut? Patrick, doesn't Mac have the trash? Get out of here. That's a totally different system. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Don't worry about the cough. I don't have COVID. I just like that sticky, icky. So I've been on that. What do we want to talk about? In what order do we want to talk about? Had a fan come out last week, and I was really embarrassed. This is a longtime fan. Let's call her Kath. She came out here with her man. They live in Alabama. It's a state we forget about. And they came out here to Vegas, never been to Vegas. They had some great food, and they hit me up like, hey, let's go to lunch. Now, I've been very busy and kind of had my head up my ass. We were going to go to Hofbrau House here in Las Vegas because it's Oktoberfest. They got the Oktoberfest Hofbrau beer, which you can only get during Oktoberfest, so they're firing up for that. And then they don't open until 4 p.m. We were going for lunch. So I go, oh, there's this Cuban place I've been wanting to try. Now, this place is called Cuban Sylvain Bakery. I think it's on the screen now. If anything works like it should. It has good reviews. I looked at, like, people are saying, like, I'm Cuban. It's legit. Like, if you're into, you know what I mean? I looked at the pictures. It looked fine. I get there. The beans and rice, all the stuff, the plantains. We get there. And again, I'm bringing a fan here. And I always talk about Vegas having some of the best food in the world. This place, first of all their menus overhead are in Spanish. Now, that's common when you go to like a taqueria or something around here. Okay. So I feel bad. I asked them if they had an English menu. They don't. I thought they did online, so I said maybe look on your phone. Whatever. I wanted the Cuban sandwich. Look, I'm from Tampa, fucking Florida. We invented the Cuban sandwich. Go eat my asshole, Miami. You didn't. I don't care. I don't know what wiki article you're looking at, but it's wrong. Tampa, home of the Cuban sandwich. I know what a real Cuban sandwich is supposed to be. Made by real Cubans coming up from the Tamiami Trail. Now, and I'm not saying Miami doesn't have good Cuban food. What I'm saying is, I go in there with really high hopes when I see people say, I'm Cuban. This is a legit Cuban. So I'm like, okay. So I order a Cuban. Kath orders a Cuban. Her husband orders a chorizo pizza. I know. That should have been the first clue. This Cuban comes out. I'm so embarrassed. It's not on Cuban bread, okay? It's, I don't know how to say this. A traditional Cuban has mustard on it. Mayonnaise is also acceptable in some places, but those would be the only two sauces I think you'd agree are on a traditional Cuban. And mustard, really, the only thing. Pickles. These Cubans come out not on real Cuban bread, which is the number one thing. You got to have the real Cuban bread with the split down the middle. And then, I swear to fucking God, ketchup and mustard. This was gross. Disgusting. And it was like swirled together. Like on a child's hamburger. At a barbecue. Really, really garbage stuff. I was so cringely embarrassed. This place is a hole in the wall. You walk in, it looked like this is a place where like gangs meet to discuss drive-bys they're about to do. So I thought it was going to be great. These are the best places. Cuban sandwich, ketchup and mustard all over it. Cuban Sylvain Bakery, Las Vegas. Stay the fuck away from it. Gross as hell. I defy you to find me a Cuban person who's like, oh no, that's how my grandma made them growing up. Find me one. You won't. You won't find anybody down in Florida who does them that way. For goddamn sure. It was embarrassing. You know what else too I hate? When they press a Cuban sandwich. You got to get it pressed. When they press a Cuban sandwich and the bread is hot and almost burnt and the inside is ice cold. It's like, what are we doing here? Get it together. I don't even think it was Swiss cheese. It might have been Mott's. It was really a bad experience for me. And this is on top of, I've had a really emotional week. I got back from New York City, which I've got a lot of stories to tell you about that I haven't gotten to. I get back from New York City. I had a week out, an appointment for Brad, my female dog. Brad, my dog, my female dog. Does it still work? Brad. Okay, great. Everything's working great. I had an appointment to go get her spayed because you got to get your dog spayed. Now, they say between 6 and 9 months. She's 8 months. So I was going to go get her spayed. I put it off till after the trip so, I could be home with her while she recovers, scratch her little back. She starts bleeding, dripping blood like you wouldn't believe. Which is not great. I'll show you what I've got a diaper on her. This is 100% how thrilled she is with the situation. Inside that diaper, which I have to slip her tail through. There's a hole for the tail. So this is emasculating now. I've got to hold the dog. I've got to put my dog's tail through a diaper, put it up over her back, reach underneath, grab 2 Velcro straps, pull them up on her. Inside this diaper, there is a maxi pad, just glued to the fucking diaper, all the way up, tail to taint, you know. Her vulva is swollen. Her vagina looks like you left a fleshlight in a car and it melted in the sun. It looks bad. It looks rough. I don't know what's going on. I hope we'll still be able to get full price for it when we cut it out. That's what a spaying is. And so it's, you know, and every time she wants to go out, the diaper's got to come off over the tail, like back and forth. It's just, you know, this is a whole new layer of complicated. And don't get me wrong, she's worth every penny. Cute. But I'm throwing away bloody. I never, you know, if I wanted a daughter, it also feels like a crime to me, on some levels, you know, like a little bit feels like a crime, to be just touching a young thing's vagina. And she licks it and licks it and licks it. It's crazy to watch with binoculars. So that's what I've been dealing with. I also, this past week, I feel bad because, you know, after going out for the horrible Cuban sandwich with ketchup and mustard. I mean, really, they ought to have their place shut down. Like, if I emailed the health inspector about that, they should shut that down quickly. It's nuts to have that. Ketchup and mustard. Like I'm eating nuggets, you know what I mean? Like it's a corn dog from Sonic. Ketchup and mustard. I'm serious. Ask a Cuban person you know about that and watch them laugh. Oh, no. Oh, no. So I want to make a brisket for Thanksgiving. I want to have a bunch of people, you know, and I want to do a brisket, but you can't, you know, I just got this pellet smoker, aka fag grill, and you can't, like, a brisket's a tough thing to cook, and you can't, like, just whip that out thing. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know how to do it. You got to learn your grill. I've been stepping it up. I've done a pork butt for pulled pork. I've done ribs, burgers. I've done all kinds of vegetables, mushrooms, corn, potatoes. I've done burgers and steaks. The brisket is tough, but I did a 14-hour brisket last week, and I'm still eating it if anybody wants some brisket. I've given a lot away to anybody near me. But I smoked my first brisket. I think it came out pretty good. This is right before I wrapped it. You can see here the bark. This is about, I think, 7.5, 8 hours. And then I wrapped it up, gave it like another 3, 4. And then, of course, a little rest. People are saying, hi, Dad, to me. You're goddamn right. I'm full on dad stuff. I love my dog. I'm about to get my swim spa installed. And, yeah, I can smoke meats. So I don't really need any of you anymore, okay? I own a table saw. So really, take my internet out. See how many fucks I give. I think it came out really good. And now I'm just eating this goes back to the weight stuff you were talking about before. Somebody's saying I look thin. Like, I'm telling you, this is the highest point of the pandemic for me weight-wise. I'm not feeling great about myself. But whatever. I've not committed suicide yet. Seems like a lot of work. So I probably won't be doing it anytime soon. Make fun of me. It just motivates me. I won't let you bring me down. So yeah, I've been eating nothing but brisket, sandwiches, quesadillas. I'm going to make a brisket pizza tomorrow because I got so much fucking brisket. I should do a brisket taco. Somebody said, did you buy new golf clubs yet? No, I didn't. I don't know. Somebody said ketchup on a hot dog is sus. That's not. Ketchup on a hot dog is pretty basic. Sorry, on a corn dog. Look, I know purists who like only mustard on everything. You know? I think ketchup and mustard are like what an 8-year-old eats on everything. Burgers, hot dogs, nuggets, bright yellow mustard. Did you buy new golf clubs yet? Eat my ass. I think it's a good looking brisket. I think it came out well. I'm not going to be brisket shamed about it. And frankly, I won't let you talk to me like that. Wow, dead comedians. Let's talk about this very quickly. I know a lot of people. Look, we've all done the cocaine, huh? The booger sugar, the stripper salt. We've all done it, okay? They're cutting it with fentanyl now. It's been going around. You never know. 3 comedians dead this past weekend. I didn't know any of these guys. I'm not plugged into anything. But the LA people, the one I recognize the name the most is Kate Quigley. Kate Q Funny. Now I only remember, the only reason I know her is because Eric Myers would always post photos when he was working with her, and then I started seeing her more and more popping up. She was like a model. So, I think she had a lot of reputation in the community for not really earning the comedy stuff and getting by on her looks. And, I guess she dated Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish a while ago. It's also funny that, I think when all this happened, so 4 comics, they're at her house. I guess she has a house in Venice, California, Kate Quigley. They're doing coke. 3 of them overdose. 4, I get Kate overdoses too, but doesn't die. The other 3 comics die. Kate goes to the hospital. Everybody's worried about Kate, tweeting Kate, texting Kate. Kate gets out. And this is a life-changing thing. But then I see this news story. I'm real confused by all this stuff. Comedian Kate Quigley says she's in a great mood and wishes she was at the Rams game as she continues recovery from fentanyl-laced cocaine overdose that killed 3 of her friends 8 days ago. So this is the weekend before last. And I know it's been out, you probably heard about this. I was going to do this Friday, but we all know what happened. So the story is, comedian Kate Quigley overdosed on fentanyl-laced cocaine at her Venice Beach home Saturday, but survived. She showed that she's in good spirit on Sunday by tweeting out the LA Rams kickoff game on Twitter. I don't know her, and I don't know, that feels tone deaf AF to me. It's a week after 3 of your friends died in your house from cocaine. And you're like, wish I was at the football game, guys. I'm in a great mood. It's like, eek. Who are you, Diaz Mackey? Afterwards? Comedian Fuquan Johnson, 42. Enrico Colangeli, I guess, 48. And Natalie Williamson, 33. Overdosed and died at Quigley's house party. I mean, this is 2 couples. It's not a house party unless it's a swinger party. Quigley opened up about her nearly fatal incident in a statement on Twitter just a week after talking about her drug taking and partying habits on a podcast. In the interview on podcast Uncle Joey's Joint, Quigley, 39, and comedian Joey Diaz discussed the alcohol and drug addictions rife among comedians. Diaz discussed dirty cuts of cocaine, with Quigley agreeing that she too had smelled bad odors in the drugs she snorted. She added that that the solitude and lack of parties during the pandemic last year really turned me off cocaine. Until a week later. I think it's weird to tweet. She said she's in a great mood and appears to be recovering 8 days after barely surviving a fentanyl overdose. I've decided that life must go on. No use in living when I'm lucky enough to be alive. I understand that, but it feels weird to like celebrate that publicly. Like, by all means, take on that mindset and like, really reflect on what's happened. You're kind of getting a second chance at life. But yeah, I don't know. Rick's band Ketchup, they only allow catsup. Yeah, I think that is true. They mix it with ranch and call it Russian. She wrote, I'm better every day. I'm sore. I wish I was at the football game. I'm going to take a break from social, but honestly, I'm in a great mood today. I'm so excited about the Rams NFL kickoff game. And I've decided that life must go on. And then she tweets things like, look, and again, I don't know her, but this seems crazy to me as an outsider. I just screamed so loud I startled the dog. Rams, baby. 3 of your friends are dead. Like, Jesus Christ. And then she's over here like, I hope the Rams win. YOLO! It seems a little eek. No? Sad to not be there today, but let's go. And then she look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. Quigley pictured, posted a raunchy picture of her topless with the logo of the LA Rams. Look, again, I understand the sentiment. But it feels weird. Like, I'm telling you, like, it seems weird to cheer. It's one thing to feel lucky to be alive. And I get that, Seth MacFarlane probably has a little bit of that. I imagine DJ AM for a minute. These people who have these like Final Destination-ish experience. But I feel like it's weird. The dealers that sold, what is this now? The dealers that sold Mac Miller the drugs that killed him are facing felony charges because they knew it had fentanyl in it. They were people that she did drugs with, not the same thing. I mean, it's disrespectful. I've done coke with pure strangers, and if they died, I sure wouldn't be being like, 3 more shows tonight, come on out. Like, it feels weird. By all means, I have to do the shows, so I'll be there at the shows. But like, it feels, I'm just saying a week. Look, I'm not assigning like, you're allowed to do it. And I don't know her. I don't know her mental state. I don't know, The good news on Quigley's health came 24 hours after she broke her silence regarding the nearly fatal overdose. All I can say is tell your people every day that you love them. Stay safe. Please don't take life for granted. Just all the stereotypical horse shit. All her photos are like tits out, zits out. Quigley is stable and returned home Saturday after a week. Quigley's plush home is located in the Venice neighborhood of LA. And is worth a whopping $1.8 million. So, wow. I'm still healing mentally and physically, but reading all this positive message from you guys is making me cry tonight. Don't worry. In a couple days, you'll be screaming and startling the dog. Very, very weird. You're not a cokehead. Her brain is mush. Is that true? I mean, I am not a cokehead. She may have suffered from brain damage from the overdose and incapacitated emotionally and unable to process the situation. Yes. I mean, 100%. Um, yeah, I that is probably correct. Also the trauma. You kind of have a little bit of little PTSD almost. I guess this is a statement she put out. Thank you to everyone who reached out to me over the past week. I feel overwhelmed by the outpouring of kind messages, and I'm incredibly grateful to be surrounded by a strong community of friends, family, colleagues, and fans who have offered their support during this time, and to the team of paramedics, nurses, and doctors who saved my life. I am still shocked and devastated by the loss of my friends, Fu, Rico, and Natalie. Words cannot describe the pain I'm feeling, and I will be ever changed forever by their passings. Food was a generous, loving soul. He was hilarious, supportive, and incredibly authentic with the most infectious spirit. Rico was always filled with enthusiasm, and Natalie was so kind and endearing. They each made an indelible mark on my life and in the lives of other loved ones. I will miss them. My heart goes out to friends and family. I will keep you in touch. There are so many more things I want to say, but I'm not ready. When I am, I will. So it's like when you say, like, there's so much I want to say, but I need time. I'm processing this. And then, like, the next day, you're like, go Rams. I scared my dog screaming for football. Wish I was there. I'm in such a great mood. It's like, eek. When your first thing is like solemn, it's almost like you're holding a candle while you write it. And the next thing is just like, I feel fucking awesome. Where's the ball? It's like, okay. I mean, look. Yeah, I don't like, no judgment. It's a traumatic experience, and like you said, I'm sure she's not in her right mind, but it feels. If you have a $1.8 million house and this kind of career, shouldn't you have a person telling you, like, put your phone down? Hey, welcome back to reality. You almost died. Quick, prop up your fledgling image with tweets and Instagram posts. Hey, if she, that's what it feels like, right? It's like half sex selling. Now, who knows? Maybe she's a funny comic. I don't know. I will honestly, I've never seen her do comedy, so maybe she's fucking hilarious. Who knows? But this feels weird. This is the kind of thing, it just feels weird. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying, it has a feeling that feels off. And I feel like if you asked 5 people on the street, hey, does this seem cool to say at this point in time? I think they'd go like, I'd wait on that one. Maybe just put that in drafts for now. Tommy Salami says, great body, but a voice deeper than Skakel. Wow. Okay. Can't imagine. You talking about Miss McGowan. I don't know who that is. She was holding the good cocaine for herself when she got out. Yeah. She had a separate bag all night long. She was going in and just, you guys do that stuff. I don't know, man. I think they cut it with that fentanyl stuff all the time because they can stretch it much farther. They step on it and cut it up with other shit. And you can get a lot higher off a lot less fentanyl. The problem is if they don't really know what they're doing when it comes to I think you gotta liquefy it to get it homogenous. Because when you try to cut it up as a solid, I'm telling you can get like a microgram of fentanyl and it's over. So like it really has to be done correctly, and so it's done by all these idiots who don't know what they're doing, which is surprising. You'd think with a cartel. Kevin Brennan had probably my favorite tweet. I think the tweet that I really like is the one after the one that he tweeted about her, because look, I don't know Kate Quigley, so I can't make comments on her personality and stuff like that. I just can't. But Kevin Brennan tweeted, Kate Quigley got what she always wanted, to be famous and kill. Now look, I'm with you. He could have used a semicolon. But I'm not going to judge. Fucking hell. Hopefully we're back. Oh, fuck. Sorry about this. Hold on. Are we back? Oh, child, things are gonna be easier. Oh, child, things will be brighter. So, give me a second. You wouldn't believe it. Are we back? Just see that. Yeah, I know. Give me a second. I gotta make sure the whole computer crashed. I gotta make sure everything's back. Ooh, God. Just play Party in the USA until you get the video working. Eat my ass. Okay, let's try this. Boom. One of those sneaky Windows updates. I don't know if that's what it was or not. Hold on. Okay, so fucking now what the fuck? Give me a second. Jesus. Oh, because I got to record this now. Oh, shit. Okay, I think we should be good. Okay, so the tweet that I liked of Kevin Brennan's was the one he followed it up with that everybody got mad at, and that is, people are mad at me because of my Kate Quickly tweet, but nobody died from it.
Oh no.
In the world.
Oh, hold on. I thought that was the Kevin Brennan thing. You see, this just fucked us all up. Either way, I like that. It's a funny tweet. And I so the computer just fucking shit the bed. Like literally I switched scenes and it went blue screen of death with the QR code, you know, the new prettier blue screen of death. But it's been doing that all day. Now, I think it's doing it because the installations of some of the software and the way I had to recover the stuff that I lost fucked up a lot of file permissions on system shit. So I think now that I've got the programs up and running and was able to save those profiles, that I'll be able to import them into another install. I may have to wipe this whole thing again and do a clean install. Or at least uninstall all the programs and reinstall them again so that the permissions are correct. It's a nightmare, and I wouldn't wish it on my horniest dogs. Or quate Q funny. What would you know about it? Okay, I have to talk about my new before we get into all the Vegas comedy stuff, because you know that stuff I feel like people come and they want to hear the drama stuff, but I'm more than drama. This is you know more than that. But I have real bones to pick with Hilton hotel chains. I haven't had a problem with a company like Hilton in a long time. Now, I went to Buffalo for a wedding, and I stayed at a Hilton brand hotel called The Mosey in Buffalo. The Mosey, Mosey, I believe. Mosby? I don't know. It was a Hilton hotel. It was what I was told was the nice hotel in town. Now, there were bugs. There were grossities. And if that's the nicest hotel in Buffalo, ew, ew, ew. Either way, it was what it was. I get there. I have to do this wedding. You know, I put a suit on. I clean up very nice. But I'm there for this wedding. I've got to get a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in 2 months. I put it off. You know, it's for the trip. I was too busy to get it done. They have a salon in the hotel. Like I said, it's the nice hotel in Buffalo. So I fly to Buffalo. I go down to the hotel. I'm like, do you have any appointments available? They're like, no. You know, everything's booked up until 1. And I said, oh, I need it, before then. I need this morning. And I said, I can do really late this afternoon. And she's like, well, I'll go home at 1 if there's no more appointments. It's like, I love the freedom that these places have, to just, we just shut it down. What is this, fucking Barcelona? It's just afternoon. You just decide to fucking flip the sign around and beat it. I don't understand that. So that's already nuts. You just get to leave whenever you want. I go walk to a fucking Fantastic Sam's. They can't take me. They're slammed all day. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I go to another salon over by a Tim Hortons, which, by the way, is garbage. I don't remember the last time I had a Tim Hortons, but I don't remember being this fucking bad. Holy shit. People make fun of Starbucks and stuff. Starbucks is fine. Starbucks is good coffee. Tim Hortons tastes like garbage. Nothing they do is good. They're out of their minds. So I go to this salon next to Tim Hortons. They can't take me. I walk back to the hotel defeated. And I go in and I go through the salon again. I go, just checking you. Sure. No one can take me this morning. She goes, we just had a no-show. Come on in. And I was like, fuck yeah, I got an hour. Let's do this. I get my hair cut. She's one of these like people who can't cut hair and talk, but they want to talk. So that means they have to take a lot of breaks while they cut your hair to talk to you about something that their cousin did that you don't really give a shit about. I said something about a Jew fro, and she got really offended. She was one of these real crunchy bitches, You could tell she was into crystals and veganism. And, I said something about a Jew fro, and she was just like, I don't know if you can say that. And I was like, say what? And she's like, what you said. And I was like, what was the bad part? Jew? You can't say Jew? No. Fro? Afro? This is a hairstyle. Jews are the ones who say Jew fro, by the way. So I don't understand. But we we persevere. We sit there, we listen to her stories about stuff while she takes her breaks and cutting my hair. We're getting down to it, and I'm like, I need my beard trimmed up, my mustache. She's like, yeah. She's like, well, how do you want your beard? I go, tighter up here. Keep the length and just shape it up. Nothing sticking out. She goes, sure. Well, you might have noticed I don't really have a fucking beard anymore. Like a long beard like I did when I left. This bitch just takes clippers and just goes, meow, and cuts off, 5-6 inches of beard. And I was like, my jaw, I couldn't even, I was like, what the fuck? Where's Ashton? Is this a prank show? I was like, whoa. And she's like, what? And I was like, you just cut off the whole beard. And she's like, you said you didn't want anything sticking out. And I was like, I didn't mean the beard. This is insane behavior. And I don't have time to argue. I'm like, clean it up, shape it up. It's a patchy mess. It looked better on the day, but like, what do I do with this? I either have to go clean or you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll just grow it out Duck Dynasty style. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what to do about it. It's very upsetting. So that was strike number one for Hilton Hotels. And maybe it's not Hilton Hotels' problem, but it's an independent salon inside. But either way, you've got them in there. And by the way, here, just a heads up to all haircuttery women and gay men. I don't think there's any straight ones doing that. Before you cut off any substantial amount of anything, just even if you think you're dead clear on it, circle back. Run it back once, twice. Let's make sure, measure twice, cut once. You can't undo that, man. It was really insane to do to me. And it hurt my ego. It hurt my family. We've all been sick. Vikram says, as a Canadian, yeah, Tim's coffee isn't good. It's not like we have a Columbia up here. Is that the jacket company? I'm not sure what that means. So I fly the next day after the wedding to New York City. Now, I've got a week in New York City doing shows, catching up with friends, seeing some of the sights, having some of the bagels. Beard lube may help you. Oh, yeah, I'd like people just slipping through it. Fuck off. Beard lube. What is that for? Just like when you're going down on your lady so that she can squirm more efficiently, not get rug burn on her inner thighs. You tell me. I don't know. You tell me. I love saying that. So I fly to New York City and I'm staying in a Hampton Inn in New York City, which is a Hilton brand of hotel. Now, what I'd forgotten is I was checked in on a friends and family discount. A friend of mine, listener to the show, her and her husband, great people. She works for Hilton. She's helped me out with great rates before. And it's 15% off, So it's when you're paying $150, $200 night for a hotel, 15% off, it adds up. But I forgot I was there on this friends and family thing. I go check in. Now, New York City is full back into their mask mode, which is weird because Buffalo wasn't. But New York City's in their mask mode, which is fine. But this has got to stop. This whole excuse after excuse after excuse, all just funneled back to COVID. Where nothing gets done that you've paid for. This counts in planes. This counts in every business. Now look, employees are short everywhere. That's a national problem. That's a multi-industry spanning problem. Of course. As long as Uncle Joe keeps cutting checks to everybody for sitting on their ass. Am I right, Ansel? But it's insane when you're the logic of it. I'm sorry. All this stuff is starting to make no goddamn sense. And it's insulting, and I'm really, really at a loss for how dumb some of my friends are. Every one of you dumb idiots who posted about Joe Rogan and horse medication can just go screw. You fucking idiot. How dumb are you? You think Joe Rogan is taking horse medication? Fuck off, idiots. You intellectual liars. Because you're not that dumb. They did this thing in the hotel, the Hilton Hotel, where they have an ice machine on every level, And they go, hey, no, all the ice machines are off, except for the one in the basement. The gross, dirty, filthy hotel basement. Now, to use the elevator, you have to, push the button, tap on to the card, push your destination floor, get off the elevator, go get ice, get back on the elevator by pushing the button, tapping your card, pushing the destination floor button, getting out, tapping the card to your door, opening your door, and going back in your door. Whereas if you could get ice on your floor, you would walk out of your hotel room door, walk down the hall to the ice machine, get ice, and walk back to your room. The excuse for having every ice machine off on every floor of the hotel with a little sign, to help with COVID and social distancing, all ice machines are off except the one in the basement. Thank you for helping. It's like, so what you're telling us, because we're all fucking idiots, is that in order to help with social distancing, everyone needs to now convene in one central location to get ice and use the same ice machine. That way, God forbid, there is a person with COVID, it'll infect everyone in the hotel, not just people on that floor. Like, I mean, are we? And then, like, everyone's just doing it like, oh, yeah, no, that makes sense for social distance. It's like, no. You go on planes, they're like, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that. No ice, COVID. We're not doing drink service on this flight. It's only 3 hours, COVID. It's like, where does this shit end? So there's no housekeeping service in this hotel because of COVID. It's like, it's not because of COVID. It's because you're cutting corners and can't find help. Just be honest about it. No, we're not doing housekeeping because of COVID. I go up to my hotel room in this Hampton Inn. I check in. This is my air conditioner. 100%. I walk in. This is my air conditioner. I don't know how to fucking work this, okay? They go, there's a thermostat on the wall. I go, no, there isn't. Now, I did find a bracket where a thermostat should be. And they said, oh, there should be a thermostat. So I go looking around. Behind the bed is a thermostat remote unit. I guess it clips on the wall. So I find this. Now, again, this is a brand new made up room. So what the fuck? Also, why is the air conditioner flipped? Like what is this, double-sided tape? This is insane. So I put this thing on 70 degrees. It's blowing cold. I notice it doesn't stop blowing cold. It's freezing in the room now. I look at the temperature. It's 62. There's no way to turn it off. I bump the temperature to 71. It's on 70. I bump the temperature to 71. It starts blowing heat. It just starts blowing heat. So now I can have off. I can cool my room down to the temperature of the Antarctic, or I can fire it up to Kenya. These are the three settings that this has. It's banana. No thermostat of like, oh, we get it to 72 and it turns off. No. 71 blowing heat, 70 blowing cold. Just insane. I wake up the next morning. I wake up, I go in the hotel room, the bathroom to piss, and my feet get wet. I have socks on. My feet get wet. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know? Under the sink, it's spraying water in a a little more than a mist, but it's, collecting on the floor, and it's like, whoa, okay. So I start examining the floor. I look around. This is on the floor. This is next to the toilet. It's just like dirt and balls of like, I don't even know if it was hair or like fuzz or yarn. It's gross. Okay. Somebody says, I work in a hotel and stayed in a hotel in Chicago last week. No issues, but less people in the hotels. Yeah. Great. Super, super good story. And then I put a towel down on the ground. Here's some more of the dirt, just so you can see like what's going on in this hotel. And then I go to turn the TV on. Like, all right, the sink is like spraying water. I go to turn the TV on. There's no signal on the TV. Like completely, there's no entertainment in this room. So that's pretty dope. This is down in the cracks and crevices of the bed. It's like hair and what looks like bed bugs. If you've ever seen bed bugs, it's, it looks kind of like this. And again, like this isn't like, I get it. This isn't the Waldorf Astoria or the Four Seasons. I'm not at the Ritz Charlton. But, it's a $200 a night hotel. Maybe dust bust the bed. People are saying pubes. It's proven that basement ice doesn't transmit COVID. Yeah, I do think that is true, actually. You had balls of pubes. What more entertainment do you need? I'm telling you, there's a video I have too of the water. So the water starts. I end up taking my laptop to watch something, and now I hear water in the other room, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This thing's spraying now and getting heavier. Like I haven't touched it or done anything, and now a leak is like springing out of New York walls. I don't want to touch anything. Everything looks rusty and fragile. I have a video of it. So for some reason, it didn't load up in the queue. So I called down to the front desk and I'm like, hey, the bathroom is like spraying water. It's leaking water. And they're like, we don't have anybody like an engineer or a maintenance person right now. This is, 8 a.m. First morning there. I go, yeah, okay. I'm just letting you know that it's spraying water. They're like, I don't know what you want us to do. We don't have a maintenance person. I go, I don't care. I'm just letting you know that your building is going to have an issue. Like, it's flooding. Like, they're getting attitude with me. Like, what do you want us to do? I'm like, oh, I don't give a shit. Row your boat gently down the streams. I don't care. They're like, do you want to move rooms? And I was like, yes, I do. Because this is going to be Water World in about 15 minutes. Hotel bathrooms are gross. Look closely. Water damaged ceilings. Tile filthy. And if there's a window, it's usually all the cowbells and mold. Okay. I believe you. Cowbells? I asked for clean sheets on day 3, and they were like, we don't have any maid service. And I was like, all right, well, can I get towels and sheets? They're like, okay. I was like, okay. And they're like, I'll see if somebody can bring some up. I go, I don't have any towels because of the flood, And now I'm in a new room, and I've been there for 3 days, and I need new towels. And I'd like some clean sheets because I come a lot. So I go out for the day. I come back. Towels on the corner of my bed. Like they can't even like put towels away. They can't even like make the bed. There's a bag of sheets. I go to take the sheets off my old bed. I pull back. There's 2 sheets on the bed. I pull back one sheet. The other sheet has blood. What, Patrick? Come on. Blood! Like that has to be blood, right? Or red marker. And it's like slightly browned. It's weird. I go to call down to let them know the phone doesn't work. No dial tone, can't do anything. It's like, this shithole. The phone doesn't work, the TV doesn't work, the first bathroom is spraying, the bed is dirty, the bathroom is dirty, the air conditioner was a goddamn nightmare in both rooms. Neither one worked. You'd wake up in the night freezing, you'd do something, you'd wake up and be hot as fuck. No regulation, no thermostat. Insane. I order this. There's a card on the desk for room service, and I was like, "Isn't that weird that like they're not doing ice, but they're doing room service?" I look at the menu. It's got like I order an iced coffee and a bottle of Diet Coke for later. I don't just mix them. So this is 100% real. It's a service called Butler, and I guess they're not on premises. They deliver it, from some central location. So I get a notification that my items have been delivered, like a text. Now I charge it to the room, and I said, no, it hasn't. I prepaid a tip. So I text them like, no, it hasn't. And they're like, oh, it's down at the front desk. And I go, okay, well, I'm up in room, whatever, And they're like, oh yeah, just go down to the front desk and get it. And I go, this is just my default now, because honestly, I don't give any shit. It's not about going down and getting anything. It's just that like, I'm done with your excuses for everything. I go, no, thanks. Go ahead and cancel my order. And they're like, I'm sorry, it is there. Go down and get it. And I go, no. I was ordering room service. I thought it was, it's bad enough you're paying a couple bucks, $3, $4 for a 20-ounce bottle of Coke. Room service prices, airplane prices, airport prices, vending machine prices. $3 for a Coke. So I was like, just don't worry about it. Cancel it. Because I know usually that'll just get them to bring it up. So they're like, literally, my phone starts ringing, which is crazy because it doesn't work. I pick it up. There's nobody there. No sound. I'm talking. Nobody can hear me. Hang it up. Phone starts ringing again. Pick it up. Nothing's working. They start calling me on my cell phone. The hotel calls me and says, hey, we have your stuff down here. Come get it. And I go, no, I canceled the order. I thought it was room service. You have advertisements in the room saying it's room service. So like, and again, it's not about going down and getting it. I'm just being an asshole at this point. But also, am I? Because I call this just living life. But this goes on and on. I decided to take a nap. I get woken up an hour and a half later to a knock on my door by a short, pudgy, bald man with a bag that says Butler on it, hands me it. And I go, oh, wow, you guys figured it out. Now, they called my phone about 30 times. I had to unplug the phone because they were too dumb to realize like the phone doesn't work. I'd already gone down and complained that the phone didn't work, They didn't have a room they could move me to where like everything worked. They're like, we have a room where the phone works, but the TV doesn't work. We have a room where the TV works, but the bathroom is submerged. And I lost it, man. I was like, he's like, oh, do you want me to come in and take a look at your phone? I go, I told you about the phone 5 days ago and you didn't give a fuck then. Why would I want you to look at the phone now? I only needed the phone because you keep calling me. Thanks for the room service. And I slammed the door on his chromodomium. Now, I didn't think anything of it. I had like 4 more days in the hotel. I ripped up the Butler room service sign and shredded it all over the room. I came in every air vent I went to the Starbucks on the corner and got every bottle of chocolate and caramel syrup and just squeezed it into the air vents and the outlets. I wish I would have. Just shit. Like, I couldn't get shampoo and towels while I was there. It was a garbage fire of a stay. I was tweeting Hilton trying to get help this whole time. These motherfuckers are like, send us your name, phone number, reservation number, all this shit over Twitter. And I go, are you retarded? No. And they're like, just DM it. And I go, do you know that like every 3 years, Twitter has some fucking glitch where everybody's DMs go public for like an hour and they go, oh, sorry. Meanwhile, some server grabbed all of them. Like, if you're DMing private shit, you're an idiot. Hey, I don't know what that was, but I'm really into it, and thanks. And I hope it was money. Patrick, why do you do live streams at 2 a.m.? Do you want to fail at things and stuff? Well, I just made $10. You tell me. It is my voice is failing and stuff. I want you to have to come back tomorrow and catch up with it in real time. I want you to tune in at night when I'm doing it late, but not off because it's so long. And then wake up the next day and you have to go back and hear it all again. Where did I leave off? Something about ranch dressing. Fuck, man. And then I just wanted to start tweeting them like, I walked into the hotel tonight at 2 a.m. to go to bed, and the maintenance guy was jerking off into a soda fountain. Also, I've been in your house. I know what your body looks like. Sweet dreams. I don't believe that for 1 second. But thank you. Throwback, you can watch it at twice the speed. Tomorrow you can watch it back at twice the speed. NLO hack. I'm going to start doing everything at a quarter of the speed just to offset that. Ready? It'll be like this. So I am done with Hilton Hotels. Now, I get home and I get a message from the friend whose friends and family account I'm using to book the rooms. And she just says to me, did you book a friends and family rate at a Hampton in New York City? And I was like, yes. And that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, fuck. My stay was tied to her, and she works for Hilton Corporate. So now my behavior in this hotel reflects poorly on her. I didn't even fucking think about it. I was ready. I'm serious. I would just spit in the face of these pieces of lazy shit. There'd be 4 fucking people down in the fucking lobby just hanging out talking, and they can't fucking do anything. It's a garbage fire. I'm never again. Marriott, Starwood, Hyatt, whatever it is. Anything but Hilton. Anything. Holiday Inn, more like Holiday Ain't. Oh, God, I just got a blue screen on one of my... Oh, this better not fuck me. Are we still here? Grind. Oh, shit. I'm telling you, man. But it did renew my whole interest in fighting on Twitter. I got in a fight with some dope. You forget how, like, easy civilians are to fuck with. Follow me on Twitter. My name's PMelt. PMELT. I put on Twitter If a vaccine from a company you all hated 2 years ago can so quickly become a core component of your identity, you have to wonder what your values were composed of before all this. And then this guy just comes and goes, don't know why I follow this goober, but glad for this dumbass tweet so I could unfollow. Kind of strange how it's always the fat, unhealthy people who are anti-science. Bro, less fast food, more treadmill. When you're right, you're right. So I just replied back like, hey, are you okay? What did I say that's anti-science? Again, what I said was, again, big pharma, you all, hated 2 years ago. Now they have a vaccine. You're all treating them like saviors of the earth. And if it's such a core component of your identity that you've changed your name on social media to that, it's in your profile. You've got your profile pictures, got a wrap around it telling everybody you're vaccinated with a little smiley face needle squirting into your eye or something. You're a really easy pile of mush. I don't know another way to say that. Like, there's nothing there because you're like, you glom onto whatever the wind is blowing in the moment, is what I'm trying to say. If you're constantly like, if Orlando gets shot up and you got a thing around your frame that's like, we stand with Orlando. It's like, oh, really? You don't stand with the mass shooters? Brave. I am Vegas strong. Oh, really? Weird. I'm Vegas weak. I like to go around and just go, I can't. It's so dumb. And you have such a flimsy, nothing, non-existent personality that you have to do that to like feel like you're part of something. It's a weak. I'm telling you, this is a personality trait you can diagnose down to. And by the way, it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you anything really. It just makes you a simpleton. And it's not a bad thing. Most people are. But let me tell you, if you're the kind of person who every time there's a fucking cause is changing your thing and updating people and making posts every day about, and by the way, it is the most vapid surface level human beings doing this. I said this in a tweet too. Like, the people screaming right now the most on social media in their stories every day constantly, in their posts every day constantly, in their tweets every day constantly, in their photo frames constantly. Just so you know, most people don't even know if they're pregnant within 6 weeks. Hey, Texas abortion people, like just you know what I mean? Just like yelling into the ether about this widely accepted cause. By the way, you've unfriended everyone who disagrees with you, so all your preaching is just falling on the choir, just real weak baby shark shit. Look, again, it's not bad, but you're a weak pushover simpleton. Like, you regurgitating messages that everybody, like, no duh, the success of dumbing down society is staggering. Yeah. I mean, it really is. It's not like if you're posting about a horse dewormer and you're posting about Trump and you're posting about vaccines on either side, by the way, on either side, you're a goddamn nut. If you're posting about abortion, you're a goddamn nut. No, duh. I don't care what anybody says. You shouldn't be racist. It's like, oh, wow. Brave stuff, Captain Who Cares. Fuck. I'd rather attend a KKK meeting. It would be more interesting and have more substance. Whether or not I agree with it is irrelevant. You say nothing all day long. And then, by the way, in between it, shuffled in the deck of horseshit SJW regurgitation that you guys throw out all day long every day is mindless garbage about Marvel comic books and what TV shows you watch. It's like, these are the people screaming the most. Like, I don't care about, if you think that abortion, it'll be like, just saw the kiddos. You're all mentally ill. How do you think that you're a thinker. Like, and I mean, really think, like, if you're reposting like memes and shit you saw that are funny, like, you don't really think like you're good, right? Like, people need to see this Baby Yoda with a Dairy Queen Frosty Freeze. Fuck, this is gonna get them. Oh yeah, we do need more copies of that on the internet. Thanks for backing it up. Pat has been black-pilled hard. I think our lack of self-awareness is staggering. I had two people talk my fucking ear off about how children are dying around the country from COVID, and the unvaccinated are basically have blood on their hands from killing children around the country. I'm like, what? They're like, kids ICU beds are full in hospitals. All the hospitals are full. It's like, do you understand the hospitals try to run full? Like they're in business, right? They're not in business of having like just warehouses of empty beds. They run at 90% capacity all year round when things are normal. All the children's ICU beds are full. Most hospitals have 2. Oh God! What if you actually visited the CDC website and saw that 450 kids have died since the beginning of the pandemic over 18 months ago? 450. It's nothing. It's a statistical. Blip. It's nothing. Now are you still shaking in your boots? Grow the fuck up and stop posting about it. Move on with your life. You guys are so selfish. If everybody would just get vaccinated, we could have been through this already. Super dumb thing to say. Oh, is that how it works? If everybody would just get it, never going to happen. We would have been through this. You have no idea what you're talking about. A lot of idiots, man. It's hard. Arguing. What if I told you in the United States, less than 35,000 people under the age of 49 have died from COVID since it started? If I told you 49 years of age and younger, under 35,000 people have died in the United States from COVID in almost 2 years. Change anything? Because it should. You should immediately go, oh, this is nothing. Oh, God. Yeah, it's real risky when you get up around 65, 70. Then it starts going real hard. I can't wait for this thing to sweep through all these fucking soft, untouched people in New Zealand and Australia. And by the way, New Zealand, who had it all figured out, is now just having cases spike up all around the place, and they can't figure out where they're from. Their contact tracing isn't working in Auckland, so they're just like, we don't know how people are getting sick, so stay indoors. Lock it down. I don't know accents. Either way, it's a dystopian nightmare. You're all fucking idiots. Stop blaming everybody for it. Stop. And also, Texas, you look dumb as fuck. Fighting for freedom of vaccines and then trying to fucking push abortions on people. It's a bad look. It's dumb. Let these women kill. I would actually say this, a little lesson to both everybody. Number one, let women get abortions if they want to get abortions up to whenever it's deemed safe, or we figure out what second trimester or whatever, that it's deemed statistically safe. But we also should get back to the spirit of Roe versus Wade, which wasn't so much TikTok abortion fetish parties. It's kind of like rare, necessary, and safe. Abortion shouldn't be looked at as a plan B or birth control. Just dump cum in me. I'll get an abortion. Like, don't. That feels stupid and shitty and gross. Stop fetishizing abortions. It's weird. It is murder. You are murdering a thing. I'm not one of these Christian nuts who's like, oh. It's a life. You're murdering it. I'm fine with that, Oopsie. But, you shouldn't be like, I've had 3. It's fine. It's like, ugh. You might want to get some condoms and find a new approach. And that's not to say I want to shame women who have abortions in any way. But like, it shouldn't be looked at this like, hey everybody, what's up? On my way to my abortion this afternoon. Peace. Like, it's just like, ugh, that's fucking weird. It's almost being like, I wish I was at a football game. I'm kind of surprised how bad Australia has become with the insane level of lockdowns. Yeah, I don't know. They've got it all figured out. Wait till it gets colder. Those football crowds are just a breeding ground for the sick. Seems like if a woman in Texas wants an abortion, they will just get COVID-19 and it will kill the child. I don't know if that's true, but we should look into it. My throat's sore. We might have to just skip the comedy stuff. Mama's little getting like shortening, mama little scorting bread. You have to be smart enough to use birth control. It's not really that fucking hard to raise a kid. Oof. CF, you are full of unconventional wisdom. That's for show. I started fucking with this guy on Twitter, and people started joining in. This dude was like I just bodied you on Twitter and stuff. And I just started saying I started talking about my dead boy. Man, this is really depressing me. Stop bullying me. My boy already took his own life last summer due to weight issues. You think this is funny to fat shame someone? This is mean stuff. And then he kept doing fat jokes at me. And I was like, I said, oh, sorry, that was my daughter on my Twitter account. So sorry about that. And he kept doing fat jokes. And I was like, my son killed himself. And I started tagging Twitter like, hey, this guy's abusing me and my dead son. And then other people on my Twitter account caught on to the troll and started messaging like, hey, I can be a witness. This is very mean. Our thoughts and prayers go out to your family. And I was like, thanks. Can't believe this guy would talk to my underage daughter about his beach house. You'd have to go on Twitter and find it. He's blocked me, so I can't really find the troll anymore. It made me really have fun trolling on Twitter again. I might have to do that. I was kind of bored and in transit. So that's why I whipped it out. But I like that. I might start fighting with people on Twitter more. Just feels fun. When people don't, and then when you take it somewhere weird, like my kid killed him, normal civilians don't know how to respond to stuff like that. They're like, I guess if you had a kid that died, I don't want to say anything. It's like, oh my God. I'll come all over your dead kid. I don't give a shit. Put him in the dishwasher. Say goodnight. Okay, what's next? Are we ready? Let me see what's on my agenda next. All right, I guess we'll do some Vegas creeps. I gotta say, just real quick, the more and more I hear about this Artemio Rios guy, it's getting creepy. And he's still pushing his shows at the Artisan Hotel. And they still have this rapey strip club promoter vibe to it, right? They still have this. You tell me. Have a look. This is his profile. I think I'll be the only one in this city that will miss the biggest hangover Las Vegas has ever endured. Now, I heard he's not sober. He said he went to rehab and he was getting sober and all this kind of stuff. By the way, I just got a very mean tweet about my child, which I find hurtful. So sword and scale, that's mean stuff. Let me pull up this information I got from an Agent O member very recently regarding Artemio Rios. So Trouble calls people gay and fag a lot. He uses faggot and fag a lot. And not like when he uses it, you feel it. It's like, oh, like that wasn't a silly way. Like you're against gay people. And he's talked about Ty Rivera that way a lot. He calls people, when he gets in fights with people, you'll see from texts and stuff, he calls them a fag constantly, like, that fucking fag. It's just like, it's very juvenile, cringe, baby shark shit. And he said about Ty Rivera, Ty's all talk, he lives in the ghetto and is only relevant on social media. And apparently he's not sober. He's just not, he's still drinking. That's what people are saying. But he posts these he posts videos every weekend of him like in clubs. Because he works for like clubs and pools, like selling cabanas and day beds and getting a cut. That's how he makes all his fucking money. He's like promoting, And then he acts like, I am Vegas. I run shit. It's like, you're a glorified pool boy. You're the guy who can get me bottle service or a seat. The fuck? You know what I mean? It's like Ask Jeeves, motherfucker. It's so weird that these guys have these puffed up personalities. It's like, by the way, I'm not judging you in your job and shit, but it's just like, does acting like a complete douche a requirement of that? Like, you putting your hair up in devil horns and shit. By the way, he stopped doing it. He made a video. It's like, no devil horns tonight. Just angels, baby. It's like, you're just like Ty. The minute we point out how dumb something is, that you're a 30-something-year-old guy running around gelling up your hair with LA looks into horns, The minute we point out how dumb that is, you take it off. Look at what Ty's done to his feed. Oh, wait till you see it. We'll get at all this stuff. The booze bone connected to the blow bone. He'll be back to the snow in no time. In snow time. So he made that post about the Raiders game tonight. Monday Night Football, the Raiders had their first game tonight. Like full season fans in the stands game tonight, Monday Night Football. And a lot of comics were there. I saw some posts from a lot of comics who were at the game. This is Artemio Rios. And you tell me. Artemio Rios is at Allegiant Stadium, home of the Vegas Raiders. That's how you open the season, baby. 1 hour ago, he checked. He did this. Now, the game ended hours ago. Overtime, Raiders won. Spoiler alert. Allegiant Stadium, no photo of it. Now, this is a guy who posts photos and videos everywhere he goes. Look, again, these are the type of photos on his account. Devil horns. It's all about naked women and partying. Like, that's his shit. This is his vibe. Oh, I'm a player. I'm a don't mess with me, motherfucker. Devil horns, kind of guy. And then if you go to his videos page, this is where you'll see some of the why is this on the internet stuff you've ever seen.
I love my baby mama. I never let her go. What's up, troublemakers? It's that motherfucker. You know my name by now.
He gets 2 likes on everything. Y'all know my name, motherfucker. I am Vegas. God damn. It's like, no one knows your name. No one. I can't pronounce it.
with Rufus and DJ Twist.
Oh, fuck. Love those dudes.
My man Bridge is in there. We got the spoken word. We got the live acoustics. And, of course,
Live acoustics.
which is my favorite night of the week. We're going back to
He posts this douchey shit constantly. He buys photo editing apps, video editing apps for his phone all the time, and it's constantly playing with new filters and apps to like make promo videos that he gets. Again, look at 8 likes is a lot. I'm telling you, look at most of them. It's one. It's cringe. It's awkward. These are old ones when he had people. This is September 12th. This is old school. No, that's yesterday. The point is, these are go back and look. Look how many likes he's getting on stuff. It's bad.
I'ma make you pump like that.
It's just like a slideshow of open micers and people that he had on before everybody found out he doesn't pay and abuses women apparently and drugs. Like, fuck. This is cringe baby shark shit. And he makes those little promo videos all the time. Constantly getting new apps. He posts updates like this, like he's new to social media. Like, oh my God, look how hard it's raining, guys.
You win this time, God.
It's like, yeah, it's rain, dude. It's rain. What are you, my grandma? You just see a squirrel outside and just have to post it. He'll post videos of in clubs just dancing alone for like 4 minutes, not saying a word, and he'll just upload that. It's just like, the fuck? He'll tag 38 people and be like, anyone want to hang out? It's like, y'all motherfuckers know. We don't. No one knows. We don't. This is cringe. Look at this shit.
So, yeah, we open today. We about to get it started right now. Fuck these clouds. I know people thought.
So you're the guy who tells me if the pool is open? Dope.
That got moved. So we are going to be open today. If anybody wants to come out and hang out, chill, relax. I can't show you the pool right now. There's titties out there. But if anybody does want to come out and hang out, come see me. I got a couple day beds reserved just for our friends, industry friends.
Oh, now he's got a bun.
It's going to be a chill day.
Chill. Look at this shit. Oh, he woke up like this.
Oh, hi. Oh, my God. Gets to do this all over again, son.
Can you, imagine putting these up? Zodiac candies. Just a 15-second ad for candy. It's like a hand-drawn logo for candy. Like, what is happening? Like, really? This looks like shit. I love all the pictures of him being an attentive father. I'm telling you, most of them are just him in the club alone. Going like, yo, we doing it. Y'all know who it is.
Another sold-out hotel. What is it, September? I don't know. I think it's Sunday. This is just a little tip. There's a lot of the comments out there trying to, and I understand 100%. Everyone trying to open a new stage, trying to get the word out there.
Tell us how comedy works.
At some point, you motherfuckers need to understand there is a difference between putting on a show and just plugging in a goddamn mic. And still having the nerve to try to sell tickets to something like that. And a lot of you motherfuckers got mad at me when I came in. No, I take it back. A lot of you motherfuckers were in love with me the way I came in here. And we started making it a show again. Now a lot of people fucking hate me because they met me and
Now a lot of people hate me because they met me, and it is what it is.
People in this Las Vegas comedy committee, it kind of saturates or over fucking sells the market when you open up X amount of spaces.
This motherfucker wearing sunglasses outside all the time when it's dark as fuck. Where's fentanyl when you need it?
Actually, I'm not gonna say X amount, but too many spaces. We have to work together to where our crowds are meshing to where there's
Who is this guy talking
places
to?
to bounce around. And we do this.
The only people doing your show have no respect. If you're doing Artemio Rios' show, you're not a real comic. No one who's a real comic is going near that show. It's
mics and
open micers
and the guy with the guitar
and day jobbers ahoy.
Who was that benefiting? Trouble is here to take care of you guys. I'm always here.
Trouble is
but if you
canceled.
None of you apparently are behind the economics of the scene.
The economics,
So
you had to tell somebody you would get them $11 the next day. $11. Yeah, you know, economic. You sound like a crackhead.
To realize
Lose your train of thought.
Yeah.
Trouble.
I'm not even going to complete that sentence. I'm just going to say I love everybody in this industry. I'm still here. We're going to take this week off because it's Labor Day fucking week. Tuesday Night Live is going to come back super strong next week. And then I have my anniversary show on the 16th. We got Ty Rivera. I got Chris Clark all week. We got, I mean, it's going to be nuts. And if this is a show, I don't give a fuck if they like anybody likes me or not. Seriously. Y'all
So like Ty has nowhere to go, so he's back at this shitty show. And then this guy's got no comics, so he's resorted to booking Ty Rivera, who he already said he would never book again. That's where we're at with these idiots.
Next to you, nodding their head when you talking shit about Trouble, is going to be sitting right there doing the same thing to me. So get over that shit. I'm always going to have a stage for you motherfuckers. Even if I don't fuck with you, be one of those punks that I fucking had to deal with before. I don't give a fuck.
I do.
Always open.
I do.
I ain't going nowhere. And now we got like 3 stages. Now we got stages.
Yo, we got like 3 stages. Hell.
Even when it's Sahara's
This guy's a dope. Stay away. I've warned you. I'm telling you. If you're doing this guy's shows, oof. Oof. I pick them out, and I'm telling you, there is going to be a big problem. And it's not going to look good if you're in cahoots with this man. Accusations I've heard, the stuff I've heard. Look at all his posters now. It used to be comics you'd heard of. Everybody we've talked about on this show and guys you know from this show. Everybody from Diaz Mackey to Adam Dominguez to Kool-Aid. All these guys did that show, and then they all like got fucked over by him, and everybody heard the stories. All the chicks who did the show felt queasy when they were there, being hit on and grabbed and groped and encouraged to be topless and get in the pool. It's insane. And by the way, it's like a backyard sized pool with just, go look at the videos on his social media. It's fucking mesmerizing. Is this one of the guys that overdosed with Quickly? From your lips to God's ears. All right, let's do one more major story tonight. This is, I don't even know how to get into this. Really? We've talked about this guy on the show before. Ryan Barassa. Now, I'll tell you what I know about Ryan Barassa comic. Now, I've only seen him perform a couple times. Honestly. When I saw him, the first time I ever saw him, I was like, oh, for an open micer, this guy has a little potential. I saw him go up a couple more times, and he was doing really baby shark like SJW stuff, like weak sauce shit, like the kind of shit where you just like, rape is not okay. It's like, oh wow, man, good thing somebody put pen to pad. And I never really had a problem with him or anything, but he's really close with Ty because Ty sucks his dick. Ty's got this audience of sycophant open micers that think he's like a really out there doing it kind of comic. And again, he's the kind of comic who has the head. Like, look, I'm telling you, look at the flyers. Ty will be like the only working comic headlining that Artemio show. That show. Okay. So Ryan posted a couple months ago, I'm sure it's still up on his page, something like, I don't care who you are or what happened. You should never get physical with someone over an open mic. You should never hit somebody over an open mic. He made this big post. This big SJW post. And the more you get to know him, and again, like I was friends with him on Facebook, and I do just like I do with everybody. I watch you all. I see what you're all posting, and I just take it all in. And I don't start shit with you guys because I realize we're all kind of mentally ill in our own way, but I see you all. I see what you're posting. This guy's got mental problems. He's been, from what I understand, in actual mental hospitals. He's always begging for somewhere to live and shit. Multiple posts I've seen about this. So, and again, this has nothing to do with anything. I'm just setting the table of like the kind of guy we're dealing with. All his posts will be about SJW shit, video games, and him taking fake stands. His little ginger false flags. So he blocked me because on his post where he's like, I don't care who you are, you should never attack somebody and hit them over an open mic. And I wrote, do you have a lot of friends who do this a lot? So much so that you need to publicly make a statement that you're against it? And he deleted my comment and then unfriended me. This is what kind of fucking pussy we're dealing with. Like, that's so fucking weird. Like, you're such a little sensitive fucking puss that did it. Like, you made a public post to only your friends saying don't hit people at open mics. I would never do that because I don't know any one of my friends who would do that. That's crazy behavior. And you seem to have so many friends doing it, you need to make a public statement disavowing yourself from that sort of behavior. And I simply asked, how many friends are doing this of yours? And you're like, shut up. How dare you call me out for my woke SJW horse shit? And I go, oh, my bad. And then, of course, everybody wants to know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, what happened? What happened? What happened in the thread after he's blocked me and deleted my comment? All these fucking, you know what I mean? They all just got hooked on it because all he wanted was attention. What happened? What happened? And then he just wrote, nothing. This was personal. If you have any questions, DM me about it. It's like, is it personal? Why even make the post? You're a fucking liar, pussy. This is such fucking needy, shitty, childish behavior, you fucking puss. Ugh. And then he told everybody that I was super drunk one night and red-faced at a show. It's like, first of all, I'm fat and have high blood pressure. I'm red-faced everywhere. He was so drunk he couldn't even... Oh, yeah, was I? Stupid. I was there for 2 hours after you left and drove home. I had like 2 or 3 drinks. He was so drunk. One of us weighs 110, the machinist. Yeah, I'm sure I was out of my mind. You fucking liar. This is when I knew, like, oh, this guy's just a fucking liar who, when he gets called out, he can't fucking stand it. He can't stand the heat in the kitchen because, you know, he's fucking paper thin. I've seen erasable typewriter paper thicker than your body, Callista Flocknart. It's not fun to make somebody's physical appearance unless it is. He's a wayfish ginger boy. We should just set it up. Let me find his. Oh, God. Oh, so his profile cover photo is a blurry, under and overexposed photo of him performing at Artemio Rios' show. So again, when Barras is your headliner, ain't something to brag about. And when you have 7 people at a sad nighttime pool party in what looks like Alice's overgrown backyard, no one wants to go to Wonderland. Okay? So this is a shitty photo. Putting it up as your main photo is insane, but that's who we're dealing with. Okay. And now reboot and make it hurt. We should be back. Is this working now? I have no clue what's happening. I knew we'd have some problems tonight. I called it. It seems to be working again. I'm seeing audio waveforms. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Just so you know, that's the kind of guy we're dealing with. Just a really weird, gingery, pretend tough dude. Like these fucking like pretend. It's like, be a normal guy. Like I'm 6'5" and over 300 pounds. Okay. I don't walk around acting tough. That's insane cringe behavior. So when Skinny Trouble walks around with fucking devil horns in his hair alone all the time, it's sad. When Ryan Barassa, in between begging for places to live and being picked up by the pound, is lecturing everybody on comedy and how to be, it's like, maybe you get your shit together and then tell us all how it works. Okay? The minute your tax return says comic, I'll start listening to you. So he posts this tweet. This continues for several pages. What would you say to a comedian who writes, in quotes, like this? Again, we've got at least one Vegas comic taking credit for other people's jokes simply by copying and pasting. A bigger name in our scene, too. This is going to slowly drive me insane. It's like you have mental problems. It sounds like a lot of things drive you insane on a regular basis. Okay? So stop giving us updates all the time about what's going to drive you insane. Just like everyone else, we don't give a shit. We have our own stuff we're battling with. Okay? It's great. It's great. Keep going. Love to hear it. This is going to drive me insane. Everyone in our dumb comedy scene loves to hoot and holler. I mean, who are you? Matlock? Hoot and holler about drama. But I'm starting to think that when it comes to originality, all comedians give a shit about is if hacks can help them progress in their career. It's like you're following Ty Rivera, who literally does jokes he's stolen from every gay comedian he's ever seen on TV, from Ant to Nick Swardson. Okay? So maybe back down the preachiness. Also, you've been doing comedy for over 10 years from what I hear and still can't fucking hack it. You're headlining Artemio Rios' gig for $50 or whatever. Back the fuck off, Captain Know-It-All. I don't get out of bed for less than $1,000. Oh, God. I love it. And I also love this fucking fake tough guy shit. Hey, look at this. This is going to drive me crazy. Somebody in our scene, a higher up name, is stealing jokes. Okay, pussy, who? Why would nobody name names on this shit? And I want you to look at what he's saying was stolen. What if porn had commercials? Don't bust a nut yet. We'll be right back. What if porn had commercials? Don't bust a nut yet. We'll be right back. So he's found 1 million screenshots of this, showing it, over and over. What if porn had commercials? Bust a nut. We'll be right back. Don't bust that nut yet. We'll be right back. Different emojis, different versions, different wording. He's found a lot of them, right? He says this goes on for pages and pages. Never mention, says there's a big comic in our community stealing jokes. This is going to drive me crazy. It's like, name a name, pussy. Like, fuck this guy. Jesus Christ. What is everybody so scared of? And there's 40 comments where other comedians are participating. No one will name them. And other people are posting screenshots with it blacked out. So I had to go fucking do research and find out it's a local comic here. I think I've met her once or twice. Can't remember. Don't know her. Again, don't know her on stage. Can't really comment. Tab Lloyd. Now, again, I've commented about this before. I feel like a lot of these comics with these gimmicky names, what do you expect? Tabloid. Okay. Here it is. Going to show you what's happened. So again, you got one where it's all over the internet from all different dates. July, June, February, even farther back. And then you have tabloid just this past week. What if porn and commercials don't bust that nut yet? We'll be right back. 72 people liked it. That is not me. It says you and 71 others. I didn't screenshot this. People are liking it. They're sharing it. They're screenshotting it around. People said on they're congratulating her on how funny this is. And I dive in and I go, well, is this something she does all the time? Like, is this something tabloid does a lot on social media? Posting these kinds of things. So I go scroll down her page a little more and I see Miss Doubtfire turned into a whole woman to see his kids. You motherfuckers have no excuse not seeing your kids. And then I find 13 weeks ago, for just a cursory search. Miss Doubtfire turned into a whole woman to see his kids. You niggas don't have no excuse. And this was 3 months ago. Tabloid. I like my man how I like my thong. All up in it. Hashtag all up in it. And it saddens me to see friends of mine who I consider funny comics, like Brian Malika, liking this shit. Now look, maybe this is what Ryan's talking about. All people care about is who can get them ahead. Like, I don't know tabloid, and I very much seriously doubt she can get anybody here ahead. You know what I mean? All these people aren't doing anything. These are Vegas comics, much like Ryan Barassa. You'll never see him, 100 miles outside of here unless somebody needs him to drive somewhere. And then they're going to toss him aside like the little human piece of tumbleweed that he is, You're not a strong comic. You've been struggling at this for years, and you're preaching to everybody. You won't even name names about a comic stealing shit on. Like, there's nothing to even argue about or whatever. She's stealing jokes and posting them. What are you afraid of saying, pussy? Like, I don't know her. She might be nice. She might be genuinely funny on stage with original content. Okay, doesn't change anything. She's stealing jokes and posting them online. Now, I don't care. I would make a note of it in my head, laugh about it, and move on. You're having a mental break. This is going to slowly drive me insane. Why? Is she getting booked on something you really want? Extreme Comedy Club? I can't imagine. The fuck is driving you insane, pussy? I should just everybody dial back a little bit how they feel about everything. Stop worrying about it. This is going to drive me crazy. Is this okay? I don't know. It is happening. So maybe mind your fucking business. I don't know. I like my man. I like my thong. All up in it. And then find stuff from over a year ago. I like my man how I like my thong all in my ass. I like my man how I like my thong up in my ass. I like my man how I like my thong all up in my ass. Tabloid. Why the friend with the dirty house always be the most fun? And again, go back. We have people we know liking this stuff. You just do a Google search and you'll find it. Why the friends with their dirty houses always be the most fun. Now, you could argue maybe she's sharing memes. She's not taking credit for these memes. She's not saying she wrote these memes. So maybe this is not what it seems to be. No, in the comments, people are asking, please make this shareable so that they can share it. In the comics, people are resharing it, saying, "Oh my God, my friend Tabloid is so funny. Go see her shows." And she's saying, "Thank you, thank you." She likes every comment where people say, "Oh my God, that's hilarious." People ask her to make it public so they can share. She tells them, "Try it now." So she knows what she's doing. 100%. Miss Tabloid's a funny woman. Please follow her YouTube channel, and she'll like that post. So really, really crazy stuff. Then people go, where's the share button, or I'm stealing it. And she writes, oh, try it now right below. It's like that's the opportunity where you go, oh, it's not mine. So go ahead. I reposted it from here. But no, she never posts a watermark. Some of them are, like, I'm telling you, there's hundreds of these. This one, when she got called out on it, seems to be missing from her page. Like, she deleted it. So I don't know if she's going back trying to clean up shit. Wasn't Tabloid the guy who Diaz went to his house the night before he cuddled Shanna? Okay, Jesus. It's not a guy. Tabloid is a girl, I think. A woman? A lady? I don't want to misgender. So no, she knows what she's doing. Kids with that ground beef hair be bad AF. Here we go. Last year. Kids with that ground beef hair will be bad as shit. I mean, these are all just stolen jokes. I mean, it really is crazy. Porn is fake. Also, like, look at what these jokes are. And again, if I have friends, I swear to God, and you're liking this shit, ew, ew, ew. If you're a comic who likes this kind of garbage, these memes and shit you're posting, one-liner garbage. Like, look at this shit. Dudes be like, I put that on everything. Motherfucker, you ain't got nothing. By the time you realize my worth, somebody else will be giving me head. Schools really had us drinking milk and cheeseburgers at 11:15 a.m. SMFH. It's like, these are so stupid and cringe. And like ruin your comedic name for them. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. This is something I expect out of two groups of people. Tiny Japanese girls and big Irish Jays. Period. Memes? Come on. Bro. And like, by the way, when Big Irish J posts memes, no one thinks he came up with those. He's just sharing memes. Okay? That's the difference. That's the difference. Nobody's going, oh, fuck, go see Jay. He came up with this great meme. No one. He's a meme collector. He's a meme connoisseur. Okay? He's a meme archivalist. Dude. What blows my mind the most is why he won't just name the, like, you want the attention, you fucking pussy, you spineless pussy. I'm not even mad at Tabloid and Mount Barassa. It's like you're so fucking needy. You need attention, so you're gonna call somebody out for stealing jokes. Okay, call them out then. What the fuck? Ugh, God, it's so cringe. Stand behind what you say or don't. Don't lie, liar. You're such a lying little weasel. Then he goes on the comedy group. Again, he thinks I can't see all this stuff because I'm blocked. I'm not retarded. He goes on the Las Vegas comedy group because he didn't get enough attention on his own post, on his own page, because most people probably have him blocked because he needs to hear what an orange twink says all the time. He goes on the comedy group and he writes, is copying and pasting jokes onto social media platforms and taking credit for it joke theft? And then, like, everybody says yes, of course. Still won't name a name, though, And then listen to these of course, if you take credit for it. Nah, where do we draw the line? Are using memes on stage or just trying to stay active on social media? It's like, staying active on social media isn't copying and pasting other people's content. You just copy CNN stories and paste them up every hour. Is that just staying relevant on social media? It's so cringe. Imagine defending that. I can't. We got a lot of Ty Rivera stuff to get to. I don't think we're going to get to it tonight. My throat's hurting. You can hear me screaming. We've had some technical Dorfaccorters. We're definitely going to have to edit this show. Before I go, here's what I would like in the comments. And don't do it in the live chat because this disappears after the show. But in the comments of the show, when it's up on YouTube, see ideas for comedy bits, premises, ideas for comedy bits. I'll tell you why on an upcoming show. But I want to do this project in October. I'm going to be on the road and going to be headlining like 25 shows or something. And I want your premise ideas, your bit ideas. And I'll explain it all later. But do that. Join the Overdose real quick before we get out of here. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. The best bit idea that somebody leaves in the comments, I'll give them an NLO Got 'em mug. Exclusively available. By me giving them to you directly. We don't sell these, so you can't get them by going to NobodyLikesOnions.com/store. Like everything else. You can only get them by participating in live shows, or by leaving a comment that I really like. So leave a joke idea, something you've been batting around, and leave in the comments, and you could win a mug. We'll be giving away a Got 'em mug on the show very soon. If you want to come see some live shows, come on out in August. I will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma, October 6th through 9th. I'll be in Wichita, Kansas, October 14th through 16th. Little Rock, Arkansas, October 20th through 23rd. And Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, October 27th through 30th. All Looney Bin comedy clubs. Go ahead, Google it for tickets in your city. And again, I'll be telling you about what I want to do with those shows on an upcoming show. So don't really, does Big Irish J really whack off to a hot dog eating contest? I couldn't tell you, what that fucking freak does. I imagine you have to jack off to things above the cumulonimbus stratus layer of clouds, you know? I mean, you can't. He can only jerk off to like military aircraft and the Burj Khalifa. Those are the only two things Big Irish J can see while he stands. I picture he jerks off standing, you know. I'm still standing. Let's get out of here. I think that's all I wanted to do today. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose for bonus stuff, access to our full archives. NobodyLikesOnions.com/store. Pick up a hat, pick up some shirts. The summer hats will be gone soon. The red hot and white hot hats. So pick those up. We're always rotating new stuff. You never know when the new stuff drops. Follow us on YouTube. If you're not watching the live shows on YouTube, we're growing that slowly. That's going. So if you're listening to the audio version, which most of you still are, of course, head over to YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Get that stuff popping. And you'll get alerts to live shows and stuff. Especially click the notification bell so you get the live show stuff. Have we had enough? Have we done plenty of it? All right. Great, everybody. Thanks so much. I'm going to be fixing this computer stuff. I apologize for everything. Be healthy, be wealthy, be wise.
break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, slide it,